now that I got some time to myself again to think, I'm sitting here thinking about my parents, because my father has the right to message me, right? When he sees me on my Facebook and he's like, good work, you're looking good. I'm like, bro, you could have said that to me 20 years ago and I would be where I want. I'm trying to get my 38-year-old ass to be right now. It's like the neglect you made that I was telling you were doing, you now want to start giving me props for, like, or respect to show me love for what I'm doing. I was just trying to play basketball, bro. I just wanted to be in shape, play basketball. I didn't like where I was from. I didn't understand politics. You never taught me none of that stuff. You never talked about it, never talked about who you were. And it's just like, bro, how, like, the audacity to be able to just have a whole family gang stalk me. Like, if one person can't get me and I block them on this, another person will pop up over here and another person will pop up. I'm just like, bro, like, what about me is so fucking amazing that you gotta fuck it up, but you want to watch the train wreck? Like, and you can't, it's clear that you can see that I'm extremely handsome and I'm well spoken and I got the talent. But how in the fuck is it possible that you just go out of your way to fuck my shit up? I don't, like, what makes you think that, like, this nigga got all the talent in the world to be whatever the fuck it is, but I want to keep him right here beside me? What is that? Like, what is that? If I don't work up at the post office, or if I don't work at, someplace where I could quickly be accessible to their bullshit, I have to be right there. Like, they won't let me do it. They won't let you start. They wouldn't let me start a relationship, a business, get nothing. But you'll give me a car, an expensive car, and force me into an apartment and be like, figure it out. So, like, I just don't understand now. Like, it's gotta be. It's like I had to go to the military. I hated every second of that shit. No disrespect to nobody, but I should have been making millions of dollars, billions of dollars, playing basketball, doing amazing celebrity type stuff. And, like, my parents really went out of their way to stop me, bro. Every time my mother stopped me and my father agreed and just allowed the shit. And it's like, you got the audacity to go on my page and comment on my mother, and that's crazy to me, bro. Like, that's psychotic. That's psychotic, man. Like, I just wanted to get away from that, man. I had to deal with my mother and my father and my brother being that way, bro. They are narcissists, and they will chop you down in every way they possibly can. And they'll play lovely, like, they're nice and cool with you, and then they'll just they'll chop you down. Like, I will never trust them. Like, he can never say anything to make me be like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go back home and hang out with you guys. It'll never happen. So, like, it's amazing that, like, man, it was the generation, the older generation, man. That's sick. And I was telling them when I was a kid, I was like, stop doing this to me. Stop, please, stop. Like, don't, like, show, like, why, how come you don't ever say congratulations or good game? Like, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you say it every once in a while, but it was always to get something out of me. Like, all right, so now, like, you know what I mean? So, like, after a good game, now you got to go to your grandmother's house and deal with your aunts. And I'm like, and deal with your cousins. And I'm like, bro, I don't like these people. I mean, I like them because they're my family. I have no choice but to like them and love them. But, like, they are dragging me down. They're energy vampires. And I didn't understand what that was because they didn't allow me to read books or study or anything because my mother was always drunk, screaming about something. Whether it was but I realized it was them starting a fight to get to me, because they would close the door and let my brother stay in the room. They would lock him in the room. So they were just working on fucking me over the whole time. It was never a real argument. They would never really, because my father it just rolls off his back. So it was all orchestrated to mess with me. Because they knew that I would come out and defend him or tell them to calm down. Or then I would rile him up to come downstairs to mess with me about the video games or music. Or my mom would come downstairs and mess with me about the video games or the music or me being on the phone. It was just like, it was always something, but they would never mess with my brother. So it was always them just throwing their shit off on me because they knew how strong I was. And they wanted to stop me from being this great person because they needed me to stay around so that they could throw their energy off on me continuously. Me being away, I start to see this. But I see how it affects me because I dwell on it. I feel it. It's in my body, like, but I'm loosening up and I'm feeling a lot better. Like, as soon as I left, like, my whole body from my ear to my big toe was tight. Like, I was miserable, bro. I went bald at 19, 18. I was tight. And like I was telling them, like, yo, guys, you guys are stressing me out. You're stressing me out. You're stressing me out. And they would just apply more. Every relationship I ever was in, they'll destroy that. And like, you bring my mother out to eat, she's having it all over her face. She's going to embarrass you by saying that you ain't got no job or you ain't got no money or something crazy. And then I started watching all these hood movies and TV shows, and I was like, that's my mom. She's a hood rat. And then like her family, it butts into my relationship to tell them about my relationship. It butts in the relationship. And then she would make she act like she cool with the person, but then like throw in like, you know, he acts like this, he does this, that. And like, you're trying to get away from maybe something you used to be, like with the other relationship, like every relationship you learn from. But like, and then she would get drunk and be like, you can't change me when you start. And that's when I realized, like, this woman is just crazy. I had to go, bro. I don't want to go back to the military because I don't want to deal with that shit. But, man, I got to make it work here. Like, listen, I love people, but I love my space. That's the only thing. It's not that I don't like people. I'm evil, I'm mean, and blah, 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 or I cuss people out, or whatever. It's just that I like my space. You know what I mean? I like that. People should know when you're being too much, and they don't seem to get the codes that I send, or they just be like, nah, he just too cool. Like, no, I let you know that, like, all right, it's time to back up. Like, I could deal with you for a little while, but like, it's time to back up. Like, but you know, obviously your parents are gonna have the best they're gonna be the best at pushing buttons. And I used to always say that my mother loves pushing my buttons. That's a narcissist. That's somebody trying to control you. But now that I have gone away, worked on my body, trained, meditated, cried about it, whatever it is, I realize these things, man. I realize how they'll just be leeches. It was all a plan to get to your soul, to tear you down. And like, even now, they will never, if I went back home, they'll smile at me for a day and then be right back to, you gotta get a job, you gotta do this, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you don't have to tell me what I know I need to do. And like, and then they will start calling me when I'm at the gym, and it's just smarter for me to go figure it out on my own, as much as I don't want to, because I miss home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not really, I just miss the comfort of knowing the streets, and you know what I mean? That's really it. I can always learn something new here, but I got to learn Spanish here. I got a lot of things I got to do, unless you jump into a relationship here. So I'm learning. I mean, you could always figure it out, but this is a challenge that I got to wake up from and be like, or wake up to and be like, yo, let's work. But, bro, it's amazing how your family knows that they destroying you, and they just continue doing it because they don't care. They just want to, like, it was just like, it gave them power, it gave them energy to have power over me, such a strong individual like me. And it was a game to them. It's fun to them. It's like a video game. Like, my parents would yell at me about playing, my dad would yell at me about playing video games, but they allow my brother to do it. So you would just be like second guessing yourself, like, why are they letting him do it? But then what? So then I looked it up on YouTube, and I was like, oh, that's narcissistic tendencies. That's how you control somebody. That's how you beat somebody down. And honestly, if you ask me, they should, mental abuse, people should go to prison. Like, you should be in prison for that. Like, that's worse than physical abuse, honestly, because I'd rather know that you hit me and you don't you know what I mean? You don't rock with me. You know what I mean? Like, from an early age. Like, my mom showed the signs. She showed the signs, but I wanted to believe it because I love my father. Good cop, bad cop. But then he would still be a bad cop at home. It was just bad. It was COs. I had two COs, bro. And they would just let my brother outplay and do all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, how you let him do that? And then I realized the time difference, the time span allowed me not to see him enjoying himself or going through the things that he was trying to be like me at, because I was in college, you know what I mean? So, and then I went to the Navy, so all the things he was trying to be like me in, I was going for it. So that's why when I came home, they had the God complex with him. They treated him like he was a god, like a king. Oh my God, like whatever he says goes. Like when he comes home, you get out the way. Don't ask him no questions. And I was just like, you guys are crazy. You guys are just trying to drive a point. No, what they're trying to do is make him as comfortable as possible so he doesn't leave them, because he's a huge, handsome dude. You know, he looks just like me, just darker, but 6'3", and they didn't want it. My mother's a drunk, so she didn't want to have to go to practice, basketball practice or baseball practice without my father. So she'd rather talk to her family on the phone. So she never wanted him to reach his athletic potential like me. Like, you know what I mean? He's the see that he had potential. So they knocked my shit down to say, see, you can't get there because you wouldn't have got you. It wouldn't have never worked anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they yell at me and beat me down, because they see how strong, they know how strong I am, and they can't let him know how strong he is. So that's why he doesn't go to the gym, or he didn't when I was around. He hides, and yeah, I get it now. I totally understand the dynamics of the family now. I'm the scapegoat because I'm the strongest one. My father would love to be like me, but he can't. And my mom would love to have a husband like me, but she can't, because I would just call her out on her bullshit, but she's not smart enough to change. Then my father, he wants to be like me, but he can't because he doesn't have that personality. He's like Asperger's, where he just... And the only time he ever smiles and laughs is when he's in North Carolina, because it's his way of manipulating them to believe like, oh, if anything goes wrong in Connecticut, it's because of Marcus. I get it now. I get the game. So now they all look at me like I'm crazy, and they're trying to butt into my social media to see what kind of personality I am, or be like, oh my God, he's still alive. He's not in Compton, or he's not doing something crazy, or he's not doing drugs. No, I'm not ever gonna do drugs. I just smoke my little weed and that's it. Like it's hard for them, for Bible Belt people, I guess, people in the South in my rural place in North Carolina that my family lives, to believe that somebody can smoke weed and that be it. You know what I mean? Drink a little bit and that be it. Because I guess in the past, whoever did something like that would go crazy and just be a drunk or whatever have you. But not in my case. It was just more like an escape from my mother and my father and my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my brother to death. I loved him. But he's going to wake up one day and realize, like, oh, they was just trying to keep me from reaching my potential. So they gave him the most, go get a postal maintenance job. Go play video games. You're all right. And that's it. And like every time I say you can make money off of something like streaming or whatever, crypto or da-da-da, he would just yell at me and be like, that's stupid. And then he would try to go steal my shit by telling her, so then she would do something to make me, and then the topic of conversation was always about my crypto, or, you know, without my relationship, like at that time, like they would just be jealous. Like, it was just like, what? And then I started watching these movies, these hood movies and TV shows, these series, docu-series and stuff, and YouTubes, and I realized that they were just working on trying to make me crazy. So you isolate the person, and then you talk to them, and that's why I'm always like, sorry. I get it now. I totally understand. Yo. And then when you beat down the powerful person, that also makes you feel, oh, I did it. I'm better than him. I'm better. He ain't better than us. Like my father and my mother used to say, you think you better than us? Like, you know what I mean? So, and then always giving them something to be worried about. Like, I was always on eggshells at home. You know what I mean? So that's going to beat you down, cripple you, make your body hurt. And my father's really good at, you know, zoning out and not letting anything stress him out. Well, I mean, obviously it went to his heart. But before that, he thought he was better than me. So he was in a competition with me, trying to say, you know what I mean? Trying to be like, oh, you think you harder than me? Nah, I could take this abuse and not go crazy without drinking, without smoking. He thinks that that's like, because he's got Asperger's. Like, I realized I diagnosed him. He has no personality, no fucking nothing. He's just blank. And when he watches sports, it's like, he'll yell at the TV every once in a while, but it's just like, you know. And with my mother, he's just And then if I ask him like, oh, something about life, like, oh shit, I need to do this, da da da, what you need me to do? What you want me to do? So, and then when he goes to North Carolina, he's a whole, oh, I gotta go see my family. He's happy, he's smiling, laughing, da da, because his soul is sucked out in Connecticut. So he brings joy to himself because she told him that he's too old to play basketball back when he was 40. That's why he's been telling me since I was a little kid that I was too old. At 23, he told me I was too old to play basketball and just go get a job, because she did that to him. And he thinks that she's his mom. And she thinks that, yeah, and vice versa. He wants a mom. She wants him to be, you know what I mean? But so she replaced, knowing the fact that her husband is her son, she made her son her husband. And that's why she's mad at me and won't speak to me, because it's a divorce. And that's why, and she's going to destroy me just like any other and that's why I used to do that shit in relationships before. So we're gonna sit here until we figure this out. All in all, my mother is a lost little girl who never got to find out her own potential, and she's hurt. If I didn't get to reach my potential, you don't get to reach your potential. While I'm alive, at least. And I have enough power to stop you from doing whatever you want. That's my fucking job. That makes me feel good. I put you in WandaVision. My name is Wanda. I'm a witch. I put you in this hole, and I did that. That makes me feel good about myself. So then my son, my other one, the one that I had because I loved the fact of having a child at the time, because I wanted to, he's going to be the one that makes it or does whatever. And even if he doesn't want to, I'm going to force him to get there. That's how, you see, this is all the stuff that this is what she really is thinking. This is how she moves. I look like her. So when she looks at herself, she looks at me, she looks at herself. And then she sees how strong I am. She's like, no, I'm not that strong. Fuck that. I'm stronger. It's a competition. It's a competition amongst my mother, my father, and my brother. And my father only knows that it's a competition or lets me know anything is when we're in the car together. I get it now. I understand now. I get it. I understand. So the more and more I sit here, the more and more they you know, I'm hurt physically. The more and more I dwell, the more and more I'm pissed, the more and more tight I get, the quicker they can't figure out why I still look young. So they had to stop me going to the gym. They had to start tearing my shit down. When they took away basketball, I still had the girl, you know what I mean? I still had a relationship. I still had, you know, working out. I still had, you know what I mean? Social media, I was still an influencer, like, you know what I mean? Presence. I was starting to get there. So they saw that my brother is the social media one. That's how he knew. That's how that my mother knew that I was on the internet, because she didn't have social media. It was my brother snitching on me, and that's why he sends his friends to watch me now. So so I can never know anything about him, but he'll know everything about me, because he knows that I'll post it. But he blocked me on everything, so I can't see him. So that's feminine shit, right? Yeah, because when you're around your mother, you're gonna start acting like your mother. When your father has no personality, doesn't teach you anything, you start taking on a trait that's dominant, possibly. So yes, he is so much like my father. He sits back and chills, but he's also nasty like my mother and my father at the same time. I get he's nasty, and that's the devil too. He's a festering devil, but he's fighting with it. He probably realized, oh shit, I'm so much like them. But he also probably thinks it's like the coolest video game. He thinks this is the coolest video game. He thinks that he's really living out Dragon Ball Z, like, you know, but fighting me. He knows he can't fight me physically, so he's fighting me physically, mentally, just like my mother would tell him to do. It's mental warfare. It's always been mental warfare. It's pull here, punch this, and get him to do that. It's all react, because they know I'm an emotional creature, and that's why you got to get rid of emotions. But it's not fair. It should be illegal for people to play on your emotions like that. So they're reducing him down to a minimum, and he's trying to reduce me down to a minimum along with them, because it makes him feel better and them, you know what I mean? All of them feel better. And the whole fucking family feels better with me not being, you know what I mean? They feel energized by me not being up there. And no matter how financially I could get them into, you know, all the avenues and places and that they could go to or could dream of, they rather struggle than to make sure that I don't do it. So, crabs in the barrel. Niggas will have the most athletic, handsome, strong, mentally strong, all that shit in front of them and beat it down. So in all actuality, it's not about money. It's not about nothing. It's about just winning a game. It's about beating you down. It's about them winning the score that they have in their head with you. They're in a competition with you, bro. And to see you down but still strong and they can't comprehend that. And they know that they're wrong, but they're not gonna say that. But they're enjoying the ride. I'm their entertainment. I'm the influencer for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm TV to them. They don't understand it because they're not to that magnitude of thinking, but I am entertainment to them. They turn into me like they watch ETV or ABC. You feel me? And then words start flowing because God sees that you're starting to see what he's setting out for you. Yes, you needed to fall multiple times on your face, fall on the spikes, fix yourself. You know what I mean? Patch yourself up. That's what he wanted you to do. Go through these experiences, meet these people, be in a whole different atmosphere, change your whole perspective yet again for the however many times we've been all over the world. We've been everywhere in the world, bro, except for Germany, but we've been almost everywhere, bro. We've been to Asia. We've traveled the oceans. We've done 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of the world, of history. Me, alone. I went to the military. I was up there to the top of the tippy top for basketball and got thrown, pulled down, smacked down, but you know, shot down, everything by my town, my family, my everything, because they all had little things that they hated about me and couldn't help but tear down. And now they're afraid to even say, oh yeah, we did that. They're afraid to say it. They'll never do that. But that's why crabs in the barrel. So I realize politics now. I understand politics way more. Rub their back, play the game. But I didn't understand. I thought I could just still make it my way. But my father never said anything about politics. He never told me anything about politics. And I also realized that I was wrong with the high school, transferring to high school, because you don't get in front of Catholic people in school education, bro. You can't get away with that urban city stuff in there, because they're gonna destroy you, bro. They call me a devil, a demon, cancer. My coach called me every name in the book, bro. Every name in the book. But he now looks at my Facebook and sees how strong I am and is like, damn, I did fuck him up. Oh shit. Everybody says that. Everybody says, damn, that was the one. He's the one. They all know that. That's why they watch. But I got to get rid of this trauma and get my body completely right before I get back on this court, because I'm getting back. I'm getting back on that court. That's the only thing that makes me happy. I don't need to talk to anybody. I don't need a relationship. I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need a wife. I don't need a kid. I don't need nothing. Just give me my damn basketball, bro, and give me a gym so I can train to become the best, oldest basketball player ever, because I got so much time I got to get back. And that's the only thing I'm focused on, really, honestly, is just getting back to this game. So I'm going to this gym, get my workout in. But guys, be aware of your circle before they hurt you, for real. I hear Hassan Adams say that, and it is so true. Be aware of your circle before they hurt you. I don't care if it's your family or not. Get away. I should have got emancipated a long time ago. If I knew what that was, they kept you dumb to keep you stupid with them. I get it. And then they say they go to church, but they're not living righteous. I'm the righteous one, because I don't hurt nobody. I walk around helping people. I went help this old man. I've been staying beside him. I went and, helped people jump their car yesterday. Like, I just try to do great things. I leave with a smile. You know what I'm saying? And being at home, it made me miserable, and they've made me lead with just with my hands up in defense. And that's not a way to live. So, and same with the Navy. I just could not do it, bro. After leaving my parents and trying to meditate and figure out, I couldn't figure out nothing in the military. And I understand it's not a place to go to do that. But, like, I thank you guys for just letting me, be there and give me an escape for a little while, because, bro, I think I would have went crazy. Like, even if I would have made no, I don't think I would. That would have been my peace. My only peace is what I left to go to the Navy. But I'll figure everything out. But anyway, be cautious of the people that you bring around you. And do what you love, bro. No matter what they say. I don't care if they put their hands on you, bro. Keep doing, or just keep playing. Keep doing what you're doing. Bro, my mother and father tried to stop me from everything. My brother, they used to come into the gym and never talk to me. I'm the biggest dude in the gym. Nicest, I got a crowd around me. And he would just go walk, because he was a hater. I get it now. He's so hurt. I was wrong to him as a kid. I said I didn't like the fact that he wasn't athletic, but I didn't understand that my mother was doing that to him on purpose. And then when I would say to him, yo, you're so athletic, bro. Anything that you try to do is amazing. And you don't have to do it for long. You just are good at it. You're an athlete, bro. And whenever I did that, he would just deny it. And then my mother would yell at me and be like, no, he's doing just fine. You know what I mean? To keep him down, because they know that they're not the smartest people, and they're gonna, you know what I mean? I get it now. Everybody has their own fucking agenda. And it's sad to see that your mother and father have this agenda for you, and they are willing to put the curse on you so that you can not be able to give your next generation the best. So they're not forward thinkers. That's all it is. Nasty, evil, demonic people. And then they go to church and say, oh, I'm not bad. And they all should just implode. But they can continue lying to themselves. I'm going to get where I'm going. I just want to bring time and just talk about the things that these people have done to me in a more calm way. Before I was mad, yelling, screaming, crying, or whatever it is. And now I'm really at peace with it. But this is the first time I've been able to be by myself, in some time and think. So I just wanted to, come up here and just record it, whether I post it or I just want to have a document of everything that I'm thinking, kind of, sort of, and how I navigated through it. And I think that this life that I'm living is just what do you call it? Oscar? Is it Oscar? Emmy, whatever. Anyway, it's one of those. It's like my own Dear Basketball, but it's Dear Marcus. You know what I mean? This is honestly, it hurts more that my family treated me that way than it hurts to even just be in the car. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with this because there's other people doing it. And at least I got military money coming in, you know what I mean? So thank you, shout out. And that's what the funny thing she said to me. She said, you lucky you got that military money. And I didn't understand what she was really saying, but now I see. She was like, I was coming for everything. I was coming to fuck you over in every way I could. That's an evil person. My father said, yo, you married the devil, a witch, and tried to make me comfortable with it. That's nasty. I'm not that. Listen, I'm nowhere near evil, and I will never mess with nobody over like that just because they did it to me. Now that I'm more aware, because I thought it was cool to be like my mother. I thought it was cool to be aggressive. No, it's not. I'll never do that no more. I apologize. But there's nothing wrong as a postman walks by. There's nothing wrong working at the post. I just wanted to do more for myself and play basketball. It's my responsibility, my duty to bring back money to my city, my state. That was my duty. And I understand what the impact of what me leaving West Haven was, my town was. Now, I mean, later on after, but like you should have just gave me that ability to go fix it by getting the money and bringing it back. You know what I mean? But some people don't see it that way. They see like, oh man, my girlfriend likes you, so I'm gonna hurt you. Like, you know what I mean? And then that lasts for 20 years and then now they have kids and they want to be like, damn, like, oh shit, I don't do nothing to me. I got kids. Like, I'm not gonna do nothing to you, but I'm gonna remind you what you did. You know what I mean? Don't like that's you know. Don't think that curse ain't on your kid. You know what I mean? Don't think that's not possible. So don't be nasty, people, is what I'm learning, because it all tumbles back. And my parents wanted to show me the people that how you treat them when you going up is how they treat you on the way down. The same people you'll see on the way down. And it didn't need to be that way. They just wanted me to see them. And then the other people wanted to see me. And anyway, you won't see me again. Trust me. You just see me on YouTube or whatever, or social media. But yep, I got it figured out. I'm figuring this whole thing out, man. Life is a funny, funny fucking game. And guidance is very important. Strong parents, strong enemies is really important, honestly, because they keep you safe. And my parents were my enemies, strong enemies. The people down the street were enemies, strong enemies. You know what I mean? Strong, like everybody was an enemy to me, and I didn't even do nothing to them. I just wanted to play basketball. Like, I just wanted to play basketball, bro. That's all I wanted to do. We didn't have to have a conversation about nothing. I just wanted to play basketball. And like, they just was hurt, bro. It was a competition. That's what the hood does, the urban hood mentality. And that's why I'm glad they're gentrifying things, and loosen up things a little bit, so it's not so, you know, just teetered, you know. Why did I have to be the example? I just want to play basketball. Still to this day, I will always want to just play basketball. I just want the big old crowd. I just want to go places and people know who I am for basketball, bro. I want to be in basketball shape. I don't want to be in bodybuilder shape or, you know, gymnastics. I want to be in basketball shape, bro. So all I want to do is play basketball, bro. You'll never find me doing anything else. I don't want to go to no clubs. I don't want to go shop for clothes. I don't care for nothing. I don't want to buy a car. I just want to hoop, bro. I just want to get better and better, and my feet feeling better, my hips feeling better. I just want to feel that flow, that art. Like, oh, I want that feeling back of seeing things before it happens and being like, oh, she's going to do this, so then I go like this. And just being reactive. I'll miss jumping for a rebound over somebody 6'8" or whatever, 6'9", and you know what I mean, and getting hit. I miss all of that, man. I miss the drip and sweat. I miss thinking like, how am I gonna beat this person, and figuring it out in the quarter. I miss all of it, bro. I miss being nervous as hell before walking out. I never was nervous, but anyway, I miss the thought of being nervous going out to a game because I wasn't gonna get more than 3 points. That was high school, so maybe I was nervous because I didn't get the chance to be myself at all, ever. Yo, I only played 2 years of high school basketball. That's disgusting. They did that to me. That's disgusting. Just because I wanted to play basketball, bro. And now look, all the kids are just like me. Anthony Edwards, all the kids that are at my Notre Dame high school, they all want to be like me, and they don't know it. Just because my coach was a fucking asshole. He wanted to be this man walked around, told people I was a cancer. Now he got his name on the fucking floor. I'm better than anybody he ever had at that school, ever. And my parents didn't allow me to become that person because they was hurt. They were scorned. Oh my God, bro, do you see that? Crabs in the barrel. You can't, and it's not gonna, and listen, the outside gonna get you, but home got me first, right? Home got me. And then they said, I'm going to pull you down when you make it work on the outside. And I'm going to make everybody on the outside hate you. So you'll never be able to do anything but be back with us. And we're going to drive you crazy. Dad, that's crazy, bro. Just to make my brother feel better. Like, if I was like, yo, I want to go get real estate. Nah, that's stupid. Nah. Then when I get ready to leave to go come here, man, you should go buy that duplex right there, man. We should get that. That'd be smart. Yeah, so that all they was trying to do is butter me up, back up, to make me, and then they probably bought it from my brother. I asked my father in the Navy when I was in the Navy, 2014. I said, Dad, Mom, ask my dad to go buy this house for me so that I could have a place to stay when I come home. And then my mom said, nope, I ain't trying to have you across the street. Then I said when I got the job, when I came home, I said, all right, go buy the house across the street that somebody got. Nope, I don't want you that close. So they put me where I am because they just don't want to be helpful. Like, Mom, do me a favor, go to Yale and ask them, help me out get a job. Nah, we don't believe in no nepotism. But yet, how did Maurice get the job at the post office? You feel like it was meant for me to fail. And I clearly see it now. It was meant for me to fail. Get it out the mud is what they said. They basically. But they ruined me for everybody. So like I had no choice but to move somewhere. Then I went to the military, and I was too naive to believe that my parents were. So I left, and I ruined, a lot of relationships in the military. And all I wanted to do was play basketball, go back to my girl and play basketball. But they lied about that too, and told me I was too old at 33 to go play for the G League. When I went to the G League, they was looking for me to play, and my mom stopped in the middle of the highway in Texas to make me miserable. Like, you know what I mean? My brother said to me, he said, I just wish you said you didn't want to go, and we could just go to the Cowboys Stadium. Like, that's crazy to me. Then the thing is, like I said to him, I said, yo, you might want to get another job, bro, because UPS is going to start having, like, drones and stuff dropping off your, delivering stuff. And my mom was like, nah, hell no, ain't going to happen. And sure enough, it's like, bro, how you do all this technology stuff, but you don't know what's going on in the world? I don't get it. Like, everything that I ever learned, I brought it back to them because I respected them, but they told me I hated them. But I respected them, right? And I told them everything I was doing, never lied to them, just for them to beat me down and just give it to my brother. But now I get the game. You got it. You won. That half a life. But you know what? It was probably better off that I just did what they told me to do anyway. Because, like, look, I'm fucked. So it's like, man, it's a catch-22, but I'd rather do what I want to do. I don't need your fucking will. I don't need that. I'm right here in North Hollywood, bro. I'm 2 seconds away from doing everything that I really want to do. But I just had to think about it and just be like, damn, bro, we came so far. And these people really went out of their way to be wicked to you. Wicked. Evil. The devil. Like, my mom was the witch. And my dad was the devil in a different form. Like, and my brother was just both of them. Wow. It was all a game. It's all a cartridge game on top of a cartridge game. On top of a cartridge game. Everything if I wanted new technology or sneakers or something, they would yell at me about sneakers. Like, I was just like, bro, like, I can't. And then my father would be like, hey, go get it because my mom told me to get it. I was just like, bro, how much of a bitch could you be? Like, why can't you just think for yourself? It's just like, wow. Like, that's the type of man he wants me to be. Why are you so strong? Stop being strong like that. I'm not like that. Don't you be like that. He told them down in North Carolina, he said, and how insulting this shit is. He said, I don't know why he won't be like his mom. He ain't nothing like me. Saying that he's chill, laid back, but they don't know nothing about him at home. That man is the evil man at home. He's stupid, he's evil. And then my mother is just straight evil all day long, 24 hours a day. And she gonna embarrass you, do everything she can. I just understand why the hood is the way it is. The short bus people are out having kids and their kids are way more athletic and handsome or whatever, blah, 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 and then them, and they get embarrassed by it. They don't like that. That makes them feel less than a human. So it's all a mental thing. They're mentally messed up because they know what they're doing. They know what, no, it's not even, it's not mental. It's just evil because think about it. They treated my brother right, but they treated me wrong. So it's just evil. That's just evil. That's evil. That's the devil. You don't do that. Like consciously, a person who's in prison. I mean, not in prison, but who goes to church and religious person. They don't do that. They don't do that. No matter how bad their kid is, they don't do that. And I don't have a record. I've never been to prison. I never went to jail. And you made it seem like I was that person. You kept on trying to push me, and then I realized my uncle probably was in the same boat. My mom's mother probably did that to her and the sisters. Think about it. 5 freaking girls walking up on you, every day. You got and 2 dudes. Your father's drinking, and the brother is running off doing. Yep, that's exactly what it is. They did exactly what they did to my uncle to me. My mom did that, and my father allowed it because he's afraid, because she's got him by the balls because she's gonna take his money. I knew it the whole time that then that's why he always try to force to say, you're gonna be like Dino, you're gonna be like Dino. No, I'm not like Dino. I'm not trying to. And then when I got myself together, they didn't like that because they were like, how dare you not be like Dino? And then you don't want to be like your uncle, and then you got this girl. So then she had to destroy it. And they did the same thing to my cousin. And then to my other cousin. They do not like males. They don't help males out unless it's their only male that they have. I get it. They don't like strong men. They like submissive men. And the submissive men, like my cousin Shad, he is able to take it, lubricate his butt and everything to take it. And plus he's the only child. You know what I mean? So, and he plays demonic games too with them. I'm on it. I got it. I get it. And that's why my other cousins don't. Yeah, I get it. I'm too strong. They don't like it. How dare you be that strong? How dare you not? Why can't I be like you? I'm bigger than you, but you bigger than me. You make me feel small. And I can't physically beat you at anything. So I gotta, you know what I mean? Family is wicked. Don't listen. If you get a little bit of belief like I got, get away from them all. That's what I did. That's why I moved over here, because it was like I started watching these YouTubes about like psychos and people in prison and people that did mass murders and stuff like that, and I started realizing, oh, that's what they were trying to get me to do. Because I was at a pinnacle. I was way too high and I fell real hard. But I but it was when they took the relationship and got me out the military. But then I caught myself with the job, and that's why my cousin was saying, "Yo, can I get a job at Pratt & Whitney?" I get it now. They just was because and they all have a thrill out of it because I didn't do the service by going to see the family and kissing their ass. And I couldn't be around my other family because they didn't know me, and my father already told them I was crazy or whatever have you, so they never were going to protect me. I get it now. And then they're in a false reality as well, so I get it now. I get it. Damn, bro. I was meant to lose. But, all right, guys, I'm going to go in this gym. I'll talk to you. It's hot as hell in this car. That's crazy. But I'm going to start all over again, start my own family, have my own kids, play basketball, do everything, you know what I mean? And treat the woman in my life perfectly. I'm going to have to do some work to make her believe that I'm worth it, but because I ain't got nothing to show for it. But I think that my good looks and charm, I could, and my righteousness, how, people, it's honestly, I'm too good to be true. But I'm also like, the fuck? Well, how you end up, you know what I mean? I get it. But that's what they want. They wanted to make it hard for the next girl to trust me, the girl that has quality, to trust me, and that's what they, or to even believe in me. So they took my status away from me. You had to take his status so he's nobody to the next person. I still had value before the Navy, but after the Navy, I don't have that value. I get it now. Take away basketball, he has no value. That's what my mother used to say to my brother. And that's what they did. And that's why he wanted it, because he didn't know his value. So he was mad at my value, that I noticed my value. So he had to beat me down. And he watched so much Dragon Ball Z that he really wanted to test it out. Whether he knew he was doing it, which he still does it. So yes, he was testing it out. And that's why him and his friends ganged up. And they're doing this to, they're working together with him. Yeah, because they couldn't stand me, bro. They couldn't stand how I had the girl, I had the car, I was living good. They thought I was so arrogant, bro. My mother, my brother and my mother dressed it up for them to make it seem like, they was working hard. They was working overtime. But it's cool, because I'm about to do some craziness. Don't worry. And that's why they're trying to do the things that I do, because I want to do acting and I want to do this. And then my brother got a friend that wants to do, the cameras and all that stuff. I get it now. And he's the one that doesn't follow me. And I think that's his little boyfriend. I get it now. I get it. Then you had to hide the fact that he's also, I get it now. I get it. Bro, I get it. All right, I got to go in. It's hot as hell. Actually, I should have rolled the window down. But, oh, man, I get it. Yo, people are sick, and your family are the sickest ones, because they're the ones to launch you off. That's why they call it failure to launch. Got it. Cha-ching. Yo. To be so stupid, I'm extremely smart. They thought I was stupid. I played like I was stupid, but I didn't want to learn anything. But I get it. Man, thanks to the military, I'm on it. I'll talk to you guys later, though. Love you.